architecture to American cities during the Beaux-Arts or City Beautiful period in America. Continuing along the west side of Manhattan, back on our left, as we look over these cruise ships, you see a building with a gridded concrete frame that sort of undulates, clear glass inserted into that concrete frame. That's 110 Leroy Street, designed by the Swiss architects Herzog and Meuron, another pristine, modern apartment building along this revitalized waterfront. If you live in the West Village, the neighborhood beyond this pier, and you have children, you probably have brought them to play youth soccer in the middle of Pier 40. That pier is owned and operated by the Hudson River Park Trust. They have a $100 million bill to encase the steel pilings going down to the river bottom in concrete. In order to pay for that, they are selling unused square footage from the footprint of that pier. There's some unenclosed space, there's unused, unbuilt space upland, part of the pier, and they are selling it to developers who are looking for more square footage. It's called an air rights transfer. Think of a church. It will never build above its steeple, but it can sell that lost real estate development right to another developer. Between the piers, you see an elegant Mayor Bloomberg-era sanitation garage, DSNY, designed by Richard Dattner and others. We're also now just cruising over these beige brick ventilator towers, which have removed car exhaust from the Holland Tunnel since the 1920s. It's actually named after the engineer Clifford Holland. Way back on the Manhattan side, at the end of the pier, you probably noticed that light-colored concrete sculptural object slightly behind where I'm standing. You could call it art, but it's an extremely utilitarian structure. It houses road salt, designed by Richard Dattner and others in a form meant to evoke a colossal salt crystal. So you can study your salt crystals. If you have Morton, you may not agree if you're using Maldon, but this is the West Village. So they're based it on the Maldon salt crystal, a little bit higher end. Continuing northward here, we're beginning to look at the Tribeca waterfront, which was a heavily industrialized waterfront with manufacturing, cargo piers, etc. If you look directly beyond where I'm standing, there's a building with a French limestone facade, very symmetrical array of windows. That's a new condominium, 72 Vestry Street, which allows the residents to drive into an internal courtyard open to the sky, assuring them a high degree of privacy upon arrival. Many of the new residents are checking out these buildings, making sure they don't have to walk across the sidewalk to enter these buildings. They're marketed as paparazzi-proof. Should that be of concern to anyone on this building? As you look beyond the red brick buildings there in Tribeca, way in the distance, you see a building. You're looking at the upper floors that are quite animated, like a Jenga puzzle moving in and out of the central structure. You'll notice that the lower two-thirds are quite a bit more conventional, straight shafts with balconies. That building, 56 Leonard Street, also designed by Herzog and Meuron, is our first example in the tour of a super slim residential tower. You'll see many more at 57th Street. All of those legal-like luxury residential towers have engineering features at the top that keep them in equilibrium when heavy winds hit those buildings. That one has a liquid sloshing damper. When the wind wants to push the building one way, water moves through baffles in that damper to keep that building plumb, and that movement will not be perceived by the residents. We're now passing Battery Park City. Behind that concrete seawall is the last instance of Manhattan extending into its waterways. The real estate between low tide and high tide, the land between low tide and high tide was always fair game since the Dutch got here. You fill it in, you create real estate, you create better docks, etc. You fill it in. You create Battery Park City. The original footprint of Manhattan Island is about 1,700 acres less than what we see today. It's been greatly expanded. And Battery Park City, behind that concrete seawall, is the last instance of landfill extending Manhattan. That's why developers are building upward now. There's no more chance to build outward. As you look past the residential